Alright, so today we're going to be covering lashings, and in this video we'll be doing the square lashing. So first, there are three parts to lashings. The first part being the initial knot, which kind of keeps everything tied down. Second part be the wraps. Third part being the fraps. The fraps keeping the wraps together, the wraps tying the poles together. Okay, so starting off, we're going to do our initial knot. The way we do that is we're going to tie a clove hitch. So in a clove hitch, we just go over the pole. We make an X, so we cross over the pole again. And then we're going to take this tail, and we're going to put it under both ropes, under the X, just like that, and pull both ends taut there. And thus we have our first clove hitch. After you have our clove hitch, like I said, we're going to do a square lashing. And it kind of helps if you have your rope all bundled up so that you can move it around easier with these. So with the wraps on a square lashing, we're going to go over and under all the poles, and we're going to do this by going over the top pole and under the bottom pole. So go over. Doesn't really matter how tight or loose the first one is, because you're just kind of getting the form down. Over, under, over. And now we start to get picky. Kind of tighten it up there. Let me go under this one. And really gets a reef on it there. Okay. And then we bring the ropes around again. And we're going to do this 6 times. 8 times is how many you want to do it for lashings in general. For the sake of this video, I'm going to do 6. That way it's shorter. The goal of this is to keep the rope as tight as possible. So I am really going to have to put some weight on this. Make sure you can always just, if you need to leave the rope loose in your one hand or just not holding it at all, you can just put your thumb on top of the last part of the wrap and it'll hold it in place. The tension will be fine, it'll stay there. And then you can do whatever you want to the poles and stuff. Alright, I'm going to pull the rope under here. Okay, so now we've done 6. What we're going to do now is we're going to do the fraps. And the fraps, we're just going to go around the wraps. So we're going to go on the interior. We're going to go above the bottom pole, but below the top pole. Let me show you how that works. So we're going to go like this. I'm actually going to start from this side. We're going to go like this. We're going to go around, just kind of on one plane here. Really gotta keep these guys tight. All this time I've got one knee on the pole. That way I have lots of leverage. And I can pull pretty hard on it. Alright, once you've finished your 6th frap, kind of just make sure, really reef on it there. And now, we'll finish it just the same way we started it. Put a clove hitch on it. So, I'm going to put my thumb here, make sure I keep it all nice and tight. And then I'm going to leave a lot of slack just on this part, because we're going to have to go through the X just like we did in the original. Transfer over here. Okay. So as you can see, we have our X. I'll take this rope. I'm going to stick this under both of them. Pull it tight. And I have my final lashing there. Okay, I'm going to scoot that on down tight to there. Final step is you take this rope and you ratchet it back. And that tightens down that knot there just even a little bit farther. So, and now we have our square lashing. Not a whole lot of wiggle room. So that's how you make a square lashing.